For the record, I'm Cheryl Kagan, very proud to be the senator for Rockville and Gaithersburg. I'm going to start by telling you about my commute today. The horror stories that have been raised already do not meet with what I experienced this morning. I was driving 60-something all the way down 270 around the Beltway to get here, and plenty of time to testify this morning. You are being asked to buy a pig and a poke. $100,000 that Treasurer Kopp asked in order to study the details of the P3 that was described fairly thoroughly by Secretary Slater still has not had the legal and fiscal analysis that a fiscal watchdog would want and expect. I'm going to highlight briefly 5 reasons that I am most concerned about this project, and I will do it briefly. First is the exorbitant tolls. My constituents are not able to afford $40 or $50 just because they're in a bit of a hurry. It's not a choice that if they're not in so much of a hurry, they'll take the other lanes. But if they're in a hurry, they'll just pay $40 or $50. In front of the MDTA, the Maryland Transportation Authority, I testified how I was speaking at a 911 national conference, and I was commuting to Northern Virginia and ended up in the wrong lane and was charged a $67 toll. I assure you that on a senator's salary, that is completely unaffordable, even though I was in a hurry. The environmental impact study is incomplete. This will have an impact on our environment, and I think we need the data. Third, mass transit. Throwing $60 million last second as a way of buying votes, I want to say buying votes, sorry, as a way of persuading opinion leaders, elected officials, and the Transportation Planning Board to think this is a good idea. It's insufficient. The idea that we don't have a current plan and it's just sort of whatever Montgomery County thinks is good and we'll throw a few bucks at you, in my opinion, is insufficient and inappropriate. Telework is the issue that the people aren't talking about enough. The reason why I have such grave concerns is not that I don't believe that we need traffic solutions. We do. I agree with you, Governor. Not this project and not now. Everybody who can has been teleworking through COVID, and that is continuing. What we don't know is the degree of teleworking. 2/3 of workers have telecommuted this past week, and almost half have worked from home in this past month, and that was in an August 6th Washington Post. Telecommuting is they're talking about 3 to 5 days people will work from home, and I literally don't know anyone who is getting back in their car to commute from 9 to 5 down 270 and around the Beltway after this pandemic hopefully will end someday. The last thing I want to mention is the federal infrastructure bill. We know that this is a historic opportunity to get federal funding. So why would we want to engage with a private partnership with someone else getting the profits, stoking our constituents, and when we could get a piece of that for roads, bridges, and mass transit from the bill that passed 69-30 last night. It's not often that I quote former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, but she talked about putting lipstick on a pig. This is a pig. There is no amendment that can put lipstick on this project and make it acceptable for our taxpayers, for our commuters, for our environment, or for the great state of Maryland. Thank you for your time and attention. Happy to take any questions.